Good morning, respected sister and my dear batchmates. Myself, Shruti Sharma from BSc Nursing second year, and here I am present to going to give my second CT presentation under the guidance of Sister Jolly. So before starting my presentation, I will give you a clue related to my topic. So I think you all must remember the community posting session where we did the skit on last day to educate the people related to corona and how to maintain hygiene. So all we did this we know as group health education. Okay, now we start with introduction. Health education form an important part of the health promotion activities. These activities occurs in the school, workplaces, clinics and communities and include topics such as healthy eating, physical activity, tobacco use prevention, mental health, HIV/AIDS prevention and safety. So this says that health education forms an important part of the health promotion activities. These activities done in school, colleges, community to educate the people related how to maintain hygiene or how to physically fit. Okay. Now let's see the definition. The World Health Organization has defined health education as a combination of learning experiences designed to help individuals and communities improve their health by increasing their knowledge and influencing their attitudes. So, the definition says that according to WHO, health education is a combination of learning experiences. Learning experiences means what we have learned and what the people design to give knowledge related to how to maintain hygiene, how to maintain hygiene, how to maintain healthy lifestyle, how to adopt a healthy lifestyle and how to clean our surroundings. Okay, now next to see the aims and objective. First aim says that to encourage people to adopt, sustain healthy promoting lifestyle and practices. Yes, this says that we have to encourage people to adopt, sustain healthy lifestyle. People will healthy, and if is adopt healthy lifestyle, he will in their daily routine he will be healthy. Next will say that to promote the proper use of health services available to them. Some people are not aware about the services provided by the government, so we have to promote that services. We have to give knowledge related to that government services to maintain their hygiene, to maintain health. Okay, third one, to arouse interest, to provide knowledge, improve skill and change attitude in making rational decisions to solve their own problem. Yes, to arouse interest, we have to give education in that way that he'll interested to do that thing or to attain that thing in their life. Okay, and solve their problems and make their own decisions. Okay, next we see the principles. The first principle is credibility. It is the degree by which the message to be communicated is perceived as trustworthy by the receiver. Credibility is the says that the message given by the sender is the message that is trustworthy. Okay, the people will can trust. Second, interest. It is a psychological principle that people are unlikely to listen to those things which are not to their interest. Like we take an example. If we take the example of alcoholic people, okay, who indulge in taking alcohol, okay, indulge in taking alcohol, and if we give information, yeah, if we doing a skit or related to not to do because the harm or the harm it will give to our body, so he will not interested because he will indulge in taking alcohol. So the skit or the knowledge you have given is that interesting that it take the interest of the that people. Okay. Third one is participation. Health education should aim at the encouraging people to work actively with healthy workers and other to identifying their own health problems and also developing solution and plan to work them. Okay. This says that participation. Everyone have to participate in this to become healthy and to attain healthy lifestyle in their daily routine. Okay. Next is motivation. It is an important factor and it is a contagious. Yes, the lecture or the lecture or the knowledge, the information we have given to the people, it is like it is motivating. It motivate the people to adopt in their life. Next is comprehension. Comprehension. We should always communicate in the language people understand, never use strange or new words. Yes, we should use that language people will aware. Okay, we should not talk in different language that he will not able to understand. We like Hindi is our mother tongue, everyone can understand that. Like same, there are also more principles like enforcement, learning by doing, known to unknown, setting an example, good human relation and feedback. Now next we see the content of health education. Means the content we have taken by giving the health education, like human biology and nutrition. We have taken tell the people's the stuff he taking, yet the food he take in their daily routine, what is healthy in that and what is unhealthy. Okay. Next we see hygiene. So in that two R's come, personal hygiene and environmental hygiene. Personal hygiene means the cleanliness of ourselves. Okay. And the environmental hygiene, the cleaning of their surroundings. Domestic like in we do cleanliness in our house. Okay. Putting garbage in dustbin or putting garbage in dustbin and cleaning our home. Okay. Next we see the family health. We should not see ourselves only. We have to see our family also. That what he need and we have to give information related to that so he can also be healthy. Disease prevention and control. Yes, we should take this in our take this topic in our health education. That's giving some knowledge related to prevent some disease. Okay. Prevent some disease before it becomes severe stage. Okay. Next we see mental health. We should tell the people that only physical health is not important. He should fit mentally also. Next is prevention of accident. Yes, we should we should tell and we should tell the people that that different accident done in different accident have he seen in home and road accident. So that small prevention he takes to prevent accidents from in roads and in as well as in homes. Now the last one is use of health services. People have to inform about the various health services and the preventive programs available to them. Now next we see the methods of group health education. There are different methods to give health education to the peoples. These are lecture method, group discussion, demonstration, panel discussion, symposium, workshops, conference, seminars, role playing. Okay. So I'm not going to discuss in deeply. I'm just read out because these all topics have taken already. Okay. the lecture method. It is the method of relaying factual information which include theoretical knowledge about the given topic. Okay. Group discussion. A group is an aggregation of people interacting face to face. In group discussion, people interact with face to face. Okay. Demonstration. It is a teaching method which deals with the visual presentation of the learning activities related to application of theories. Yes, demonstration. In this, there is not so many theory take place. In the demonstration, people will the health educator will demonstrate in front of people. He will see and he will see from there, and he will see from people will be informed about that only. Now, panel discussion. It is a method of group teaching. It can be adopted both for school student and community people in order to provide health education. Next is symposium. It is a meeting or a conference for the public discussion of some topic, especially one in which the participants form an audience and make presentation. Okay. Next one is workshop. It is a series of noble experiment in education. They consist of series of meeting with emphasis of individual work within group with the help of consult. Conference and seminar. It contain a large component. Large component of commercialized continuing education, where a group of people collect to share their ideas. Okay. Next is role playing. It is based on the assumption that many values in a situation cannot be expressed in words, and communication can be more effective if the situation is dramatized by the group. Next is field trip method. In this method, an educational tour is organized for a group to have first-hand information throughout the direct observation of the place or object, etc. Next is skit. It refers to brief, rehearsed dramatic presentation. It may evoke emotional involvement and stimulate discussion and the thinking process. Yes, it is the example of that community posting. The last day we have done the skit. Okay. Buzz session. In this method, a large group is divided into several small groups to meet simultaneously to discuss either the same issue or different aspects of the same issue or problems. Now we see the advantages and disadvantages. The first advantage is two-way communication between health educator and participant. Yes, it is a two-way communication. The health educator give information, and if there is any query occurs in the people, he may ask from the health educator, and he will give solution. Yeah, he will give some knowledge related to that. Okay. Next one is presentation of material is in a concise and logical form in a short time. Yes. The presentation, the information that the health educator want to give to the peoples is in a concise form in a short time. Now we said disadvantages. First is time consuming if target group is large. Yes, if the target group is large, if the more people, yeah, if the group is large, so it is a time consuming, because at the same time all will not able to listen. So we have to take small groups of people. So it is time consuming. Next is maybe expensive. Yes, before giving any knowledge, before doing any skit or program, we have to arrange so many things that will be expensive. Third one is not appropriate for all topics. Yes, it is not appropriate for all topics. So all these are so this is all about my topic, my presentation. Now we see the conclusion. So group health education defined as health education as any combination of learning experiences designed to help individuals and communities to improve the health by increasing their knowledge, influencing their attitude. Yes, by giving health education, we can change some people's attitude towards the health. Okay, and how to maintain hygiene and all this. Next we see the principles of health education, like creativity, interest, participation, reinforcement, the learning by doing, etc. And we have learned aim and objective to encourage people to adopt and sustain health promoting lifestyle and practices. Different methods to give health educations. Okay, and last we discuss the advantages and disadvantages of health education. So all of this, so all about this my topic. So now I'm going to give assignment to all of you. So all the students are expected to give health education in psychiatric ward. I have taken the content from Sharma K. Suresh, Sharma Reena, Communication and Health and Technology, 2nd edition, as email publication, and www.slideshare.com. Thank you.